Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Dixon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Joker.
Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. In on the stop, it was Tavarius Moore. On third down, a run from Breida. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They run for it with Breida. He's got a first down or more inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it with Dixon. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. On 3rd down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Newton, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tack McKinley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Please be 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Jackson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much, right?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing the hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Newton. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The shotgun snap for Newton. Dancing to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On second down, a run with Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yeah.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes... It's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness? the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson forced out to his left. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first down, here's Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Saquon Barkley running right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Pulled in by Clark. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They run again with Breida. And some space here. 23 yards the pickup there.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
And blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run.
And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. They'll run for it with Barkley, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Throwing is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Jackson, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will close the gap down to 14. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This one taken from the 7.
Let's go. Let's do it.
That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.